Hey friends, it's Megan, and today we're going to talk about some word names from the Harry Potter series in celebration of Harry Potter Week on my channel. Yes, TulipByAnyName has been taken over by Harry Potter this week, so I'm doing a video every day this week, 7 videos, all related to Harry Potter names and names from the series. So today's a little different. What I did was I picked 15 word names that could potentially work as given names. They're all words from the series. Some of them are a bit brave or daring or a little out there for some of you, but the truth is many of you are much braver namers than I am. So either way, whether you like these or not, I do think they're fun. I'll be adding a couple to my own personal guilty pleasure list, so let's go ahead and get started. 15 names, I've got them in alphabetical order, not the order of my favorites. At the end, I'll let you know my favorites and invite you to share yours in the comments below and any thoughts you have on these names. So here we go. The first name I have is Accio. Accio's got a cool sound to it. It is a summoning spell, and it comes from the Latin word meaning to summons. So J.K. Rowling really did her homework. I said in my last video she was a classics major, so really lots of her words and characters have Greek or Latin roots. I think that's so cool. Akio has a really cool sound to it. That O at the end just gives it a cool factor to me, if that makes any sense. Yeah. The next name I have is Bogert. Bogert is a shapeshifter that takes the form of your worst fear. It's pretty scary, huh? Bogert is actually a term used in folklore and old legends for like a troublesome spirit. The term I grew up with is boogeyman. Boogeyman comes from the Boggart. It's just a variation. There's lots of different variations of it in different countries. The thing when I hear this name though, if you drop one G, it becomes Bogart, like Humphrey Bogart, which brings to mind a really dashing character or like handsome old Hollywood sound. So it's funny to me that it's got the boogeyman tie because of that. Then I have Cantis. Cantis is a spell that makes the victim burst into song. I think that's so funny. It would be like a cool thing to be able to cast on someone if they were being annoying. Like, you just start singing now. It's kind of innocent and silly. Cantis as a word, it's Latin and it comes from cantare, meaning to sing. It really, when I keep tripping up on this word because I keep wanting to say Katniss, like Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games series. Cantis and Katniss. Yeah, hard to say together. Try it. Next on my list is Cauldron, and Cauldron is for the Leaky Cauldron, which is a pub and boarding house for wizards. Cauldron just sounds like a name to me, or maybe even a surname. It literally is a large metal pot used to cook over a fire, often associated with witches. Number 5 on my list is Chamber, and I took this from the book The Chamber of Secrets. I know some people with the surname Chambers, and I think Chamber kind of sounds like a name, and definitely that surname trend is right on trend. A chamber could refer to a bedroom or like a judge's chambers, so a room or place of authority for a person. Number 6 is another C name, and that is Cloak, for the invisibility cloak. How much fun would one of those be to have? Oh my goodness. Cloak has a very similar sound to names like Clark to me, and so that makes it a little bit usable but still interesting. And a cloak, as you probably already know, is a large overcoat used to like wrap around yourself, can usually go over your clothes and then some. Number 7 on my list is Diagon, for Diagon Alley. This is one of the braver names on my list here today. So Diagon Alley is actually a play on words, and I didn't even realize this until I was looking it up. But if you smush Diagon and Alley together, you get diagonally. Like going diagonal. So yeah, I'll write that up on the screen. Diagon Alley, diagonally. I don't know why that is so fascinating to me, but it is. Okay, number 8 is a juicy name. It's Erised. Erised is for the Mirror of Erised, which is a magical mirror that shows the onlookers whatever it is their heart desires. And I didn't realize this either until I was researching this video, but Erised, spelled backwards, is desire. So it's very fitting that the Mirror of Erised shows you your desires, and it is desire spelled backwards. That J.K. Rowling, she is just too cool. Then I have Evanesco. Let's just say that one again, Evanesco. What a cool sound it has. And it is the spell that makes something disappear. And in Latin, this the roots of this name mean to fade or disappear. And if you Google it, you'll find lots of like scar and tattoo creams with this name to lighten scars or tattoos. And yeah, Evanesco, it's just a lovely delight for the tongue to say. Then I have Ferula. Ferula is a spell to conjure up a sling for a broken limb. In Latin, it means rod. It's also a type of plant that has little flowers on it. Ferula just sounds like a name to me. I don't know, a lot of these I keep saying that. It also sounds like the name of a witch, Ferula. I don't know. Then I have Gryffindor. So Gryffindor, of course, is one of the 4 houses at Hogwarts founded by Godric Gryffindor. And I really like the name Griffin. I think that could make this name more usable as a nickname, or even just Finn coming from Gryffindor. I think you definitely kind of have to be a diehard fan to use this name, but nicknames like Griffin or Finn could make it a little bit more usable to some people. Then I have Keeper. So Keeper is a position, a Quidditch position in the series. And it kind of sounds similar to names like a Keeper, I don't know. And a Keeper is just a person that guards. Number 13 is Lumos. I love to say this. I think it's got such a whimsical, playful sound to me. Lumos is a charm that adds light to the tip of your wand. Very pretty. And like many Harry Potter terms, you've kind of realized by now, it comes from the Latin word and it means light. Number 14 is Knox. So Knox is a spell to extinguish the light at the end of your wand. So it is the opposite of Lumos. I think this word name is very, very usable. A neat alternative to Knox with the K-N-O-X spelling. Sounds exactly the same, but if you wanted the Harry Potter tie in there, just drop that K. It is Latin meaning night, so it's kind of a cool meaning as well. And number 15 on my list is Phoenix, and that is for the book, The Order of the Phoenix. The phoenix is the mythical bird. Dumbledore has a pet phoenix as well named Fox. It is also a place name, Phoenix, in Arizona, and I believe this might be the most usable name on my list. It is definitely being used right now in the United States. It's number 382 for boys in this country and number 486 for girls. Okay, so now let's look at these names and pick our favorites. So a quick refresher on the words we just talked about, the word names, so we can pick our favorites. I had Akio, Bogart, Cantis, Cauldron, Chamber, Cloak, Diagon, Erised, Evanesco, Ferula, Gryffindor, Keeper, Lumos, Knox, and Phoenix. Those are some interesting names there. I have to say, I really like Erised. I think that is such a cool sound. And then Evanesco. I love that Ev sound in so many names. So those would be a tie for me. Comment below, let me know what your favorite names are from this list. Any other words you think from this series would make cool names. In the description box below, I always write out all these names for you. And I also have a link to an old video that I did on interesting word names if word names are your thing. And as I go through this Harry Potter week, I'm building a Harry Potter playlist with these videos, so you can check that down below in the description box below as well. Stay tuned for some little silliness. Thank you guys for watching. And Dumbledore had a pet phoenix. Dumbledore? I love to say this I love to say this Word names from Harry Potter. These are names that are words. And so I'm eating my hair. And this is for the incantation. Nope, it's not. We're just gonna stop there. Godric Gryffindor.